In 1999, Eddie Money released an album called Ready Eddie. This is the Rock and Roll Weatherman. My name is Sean Morrison. Came out May 18th, 1999. Yes, you could have said that was a birthday present for me because my birthday was 2 days later. I'm not saying I got it as a birthday present, but you know how it is. Record comes out on my birthday now. I'm definitely happy. But this album, very underrated album. It was released on CMC International Records, the label I started calling the Collegiate Musical Cemetery because the artist didn't always chart that high. But this label basically was signing artists that technically reached their peak already and were looking for new record deals. Styx made a return on CMC. Other artists also recorded on there. I'll make it quick, like not Firehouse, Yngwie Malmsteen, except some of them only did one album and left. But getting back to the Ready Eddie album, it was his final album, original material to be released before his untimely death in 2019, and it was his first and only studio album for CMC International Records. He did an album for CMC prior to that, which was a live album with a couple of studio tracks that were also on it. And during its recording of this album, the budget exceeded $56,000, which came from Eddie Money's own pocket after CMC refused to pay it. And Eddie Money said in a 1990 interview with the San Francisco Examiner that Ready Eddie was a good record. He just wanted to go back in the studio. No More Rock was his last studio album, which was another great album, which was underrated, called Love and Money. It was mostly a romantic album, but I thought it was great. And CMC wanted a hard rock, bang your head to the wall album. His favorite tracks on the album are So Cold Tonight, Broken Down Chevy, Can't Go On, and Turn the Light Off. Well, Mr. Morrison's going to go over the track listing because he's going to say what songs he likes the best. However, Mr. Money wasn't happy with the entire album, and he felt he made a concession by including two new tracks, Ready to Rock and It's Gotta Be Love, which are great. Seems he wanted them on there. He considered Ready to Rock to be so mundane and so 80s that it was even more resentful of It's Gotta Be Love. He told that to the Tucson Citizen. He hated the song with those stupid sissy choruses. He wrote the verse in the B section, said it seems he look, those songs are not ready. Why don't you just let me save the song for the next record and I'll write a great chorus? But they said no. And um, Eddie never recorded for that label again. Don't Say No Tonight was released as a single from the album. It achieved radio play in the US and it did hit number 40 on the Rock and Radio Records Top 50 airplay chart in June 1999. And there were 11 tracks on there: Ready to Rock, Don't Say No Tonight, So Cold Tonight. Three tracks that I enjoyed on that album. Then we had Let It Go, which is dedicated to Jack and Diane. I don't know which Jack and Diane it is offhand. Turn the Light Off. It's Gotta Be Love. Another great song that then it slows down for Can't Go On and Nobody Knows. Nobody Knows is the better slow song on it. Then you have When You Satisfy Me, Need a Little Rock, and the closing track, Broken Down Chevy. And unfortunately, this album's not in print anymore. So if you're looking for the CD, of course, go to eBay and all the other places that sell out of print records because this is hard to find. Hopefully, that and Love and Money will be back in print someday soon. Friends, if you're not subscribed to the Sean Morrison YouTube channel, please do so. Everyone else has to subscribe. We thank you much for the continued love, honor, and support. It is greatly appreciated. On this album, we did feature Arlen Shearbaum, Kurt Como. No, he's not. I don't think he's related to the governor. Chris Cameron, C.G. Vanson, Randy Forrester, Frankie Sullivan from the Survivor Band, Fred Tackett, Tommy Gervin, Monty Byram, Trent Straw, Kenny Aronoff. Yes, he's the drummer, the session drummer, and he's played with almost everybody. Johnny Schneider. Those were the musicians that were involved on it. But don't mean to rant about all this, but it's a classic album review, and I try to I try to discuss more on it. Oh God, you know what? sucks about this album is that it was 1999, and basically 80s style music was really dead to mainstream radio. But but then you had internet stations that would still play this kind of music, and every once in a while you might get a radio station that would play a song here or there from it. But this is a very underrated album from Eddie Money called Ready Eddie. My favorite song off the album is Don't Say No Tonight, but definitely love It's Gotta Be Love. Nobody Knows. I think the broken down Chevy God Only Knows is okay. And of course we got Soul Cold tonight, which was another good one. And it's the only time I thank YouTube subscribers for posting songs because they're out of print. Usually I tell people to go to the artist channel to listen to their music because they'll get the streaming revenues from it. But this album's not in print, so the rule doesn't work for there. So there it is, friends. The album Ready Eddie from Eddie Money was released May 18th in 1999. The only album he only studio album he recorded for CMC International, Ready Eddie. Your favorite tracks on the album, friends, and your thoughts on Ready Eddie from Eddie Money. Shame, shame, shame.